It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. Andy O'Reilly, president accounted for. Dave Cackley is over there, looking contemplative today.
Yes.
He's a big TV star, folks. And what you have to do with these high-end celebrity TV types is every now and again you have to give them their reflective moment.
Right.
Because they think since they're on TV and they do things important like traffic, that they count. And so tell me, Dave, what is your deep thought this morning that you've...
I'm hearing rumors that they are coming out with 2 sequels to Avatar. Is that true? Good God Almighty! No.
I can squash
Avatar
your good God
horrible.
Almighty. See, because Avatar is something that you can build on fantasy-wise. You know what I mean?
I get.
But I know you didn't like the movie, whatever. But a sequel or 2 for these things are fine because you can build on a fantasy world, a fantasy reality, all that kind of stuff. Now, in sequel news, if you want to talk about sequels, you want to know which one came out that I could give a rat's... Well, word just came out the other day, too. And I don't think anybody on God's green earth gives a rat's ass, and that's Top Gun 2.
Wait, is Tom Cruise doing it?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Really?
Yes.
You're all excited about that.
Top Gun was a really good movie.
Well, Avatar was a really good movie.
No, Avatar was Avatar was awful.
No, it wasn't.
It was the worst movie I have ever seen. You and I, the fine people, was at Cinema Carousel?
Yeah.
That got us to go for free?
Yeah.
And they were very nice there. The popcorn was delicious.
Yep.
The presentation was great. The movie theater was phenomenal, top shelf. The movie was terrible.
It was not.
It was terrible.
I love the movie.
It was all one-dimensional. Scottie Pippin's floating around. Good God, that was so bad. I'm still mad about this. It's been 8 years.
You know what your problem is?
It's been 8 years.
Well, there's 2 problems.
I'm still mad about
2 problems. You know what your 2 problems are? 1, you have
Go
no
ahead.
imagination. None at all. And 2, I can see where you're angry about Avatar because they didn't have the dudes playing beach volleyball in it like they did Top Gun. I know that was one of your favorite scenes.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It was obviously a homophobic movie because
Cougar
they didn't
and
have
Merlin
dudes
and
playing.
Maverick and Goose, and that was Dave's moment, right? Top Gun.
You want to
doesn't
see
need
me
a
do my
sequel?
My beach volleyball pose?
Top Gun doesn't need a sequel.
Yeah, I got no problem with the Top Gun sequel.
Oh.
It'll probably suck, but I'm fine with it.
Okay, well, good. Thanks.
It's going to be better than any of the Avatars.
Well, you're drunk. You're drunk as usual. So great.
All right.
What are we going to do? News?
News. Let's do it. Investigators in Great Britain are looking for potential conspirators in the bombing that killed 22 people at a concert in Manchester earlier this week. They're examining the possibility that the same cell linked to previous attacks in Paris and Brussels was also to blame for the Manchester arena attack. And I believe 10 people have been taken into custody following this. I don't know if it was a conspiracy. I don't know if it was just inspired by these other events. But, I mean, it's just one of those things. You got to be aware. You got to be vigilant. And that's the only way, really, right now to combat it.
Did you hear the side story of this one?
Which is?
The British Prime Minister had to tell Trump to shut up about intelligence because he was leaking out what British were telling him. Dude, I mean, okay, you can be the president. You can be as big of a blockhead as you want, everything like that. But there are things that you just need to shut up about, and this is one of them because, this is a serious government investigation, and it's got a trail of bodies behind it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And Trump is out there shooting his mouth off about what they know. Shut up. He did the same thing. He did the same thing the other day. He was talking to somebody about where our nuclear subs are placed. Why would you?
I'm not.
Why would you tell anybody that?
I don't know. I'm not. Like I said, I don't like to get into too much of the Trump stuff because I think most of it's just overblown and overcovered, and I don't care. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I think a lot of this just does get overblown.
Okay.
I don't know what the reasoning was behind any of that.
Very
I'm
good.
not going to pretend to. Hall of Fame running back O.J. Simpson acquitted in the 1994 double murder of his wife Nicole and Ron Goldman before being imprisoned for a Las Vegas hotel robbery could be released this year. The 69-year-old is currently being held at Lovelock Correctional Center in Nevada. According to a public defender, Simpson's age and reports of good behavior make parole a good possibility. I still don't see him getting paroled. Did you just ding me for something?
It's Nevada.
You can say Nevada or Nevada.
No, you can't.
Either one is fine. By the way, you screwed up yesterday on Melania. You called her Melena.
It is.
It's Melania. It's not Melena.
It's not.
It's Melania
Why are you
Trump.
so
It's not
combative
Melania
today?
Trump.
Who got any?
I'm not combative.
Clearly not.
Like I said,
and then right to the denial. Good for you.
No, the Avatar thing sent me over the edge because I just learned about it a few minutes ago, and then you ding me after I remembered, and I went back and listened to the podcast that you'd screwed up her name.
No,
so
I did not.
It's Melania. It's not Melena.
Okay, great.
All right. So are we clear on it?
Whatever you say.
You're rolling on it. Okay.
Today's one of your days. You make sure when you get home you get your pill.
I think I have had too much caffeine. I think that could be part of my issue. There is still a mystery surrounding an illness that broke out at Muskegon Catholic Central schools earlier this week. The entire school building was evacuated, and classes were canceled on Tuesday after an irritant caused 19 students and staff to become sick with chest tightness and coughing. All those were treated and released from area hospitals. Air samples taken by hazmat teams came back clean. School was back in session yesterday. That was really, really weird.
No kidding.
Some weird airborne thing, and now everything's fine.
Don't know. I wish I had an answer.
Crazy.
And sometimes I do get the inside scoop on things around Muskegon.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I thought maybe you knew something.
Nope, don't know anything.
You're usually the guy in the know.
Nope, not me.
Okay. If you don't know it, then there's nothing to be known about it. I'm just going to roll with that.
Sometimes that's the way it goes.
All right. Under a new bill passed by the Michigan legislature, restaurant goers will now be allowed to bring their dogs to outdoor areas of dining establishments. The state law typically prohibits live animals in restaurants. The bill was passed by a 32-6 vote. Dogs would have to be leashed and could not sit in chairs or on customers' laps, which everybody's going to end up violating that.
I'm sorry. I know people love their dogs. I love your dog as long as it's over at your house. That's a great thing and everything like that. But dogs do not need to be everywhere. Dogs on airplanes? Really? I mean, what's next? Chickens? Before you know it, we're going to be flying around in like something you see on a bus in India. 3 goats, a couple of chickens. You've seen this, No. I'm sorry. There's just got to be some limits, man. And I don't need your dog. If it's a service dog, okay. Let's have your service dog there. But if you just need to bring Fido out for a burger and a beer, no, he can stay home. Well,
here's the thing. Now, restaurants aren't going to be – it's not mandated that they have to allow dogs in, and there could be like community or city ordinances that do prohibit this. But the issue I would have is there are people with dog allergies.
Me.
And it's going to happen eventually. Somebody's going to bring in a pit bull. The pit bull's going to maul a 4-year-old at dinner. And, it happens every other Thursday.
Honestly, I never had an allergy as a kid. Not one. And as I've gotten older, if I touch a dog or a cat or anything like that, even go to a house that's got a dog or a cat, touch something, touch my face, anything like that, my eyes swell up, they start watering, my throat gets that feeling like I got a hair in it. Like that. And my hands swell. They swell right. Where allergies came from this late in life, I have no idea, but they did, and it sucks.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that to happen to me. I fortunately, so far haven't had to deal with that. I'm not allergic to anything, but the dog issue, I don't have a problem.
I'm sorry.
Like I said,
you know what? I love dogs. I love your dog. Just he can't be everywhere.
To me, if you're a restaurant that wants to cater, I don't have a problem with this vote because if you're a restaurant that wants to cater to clientele with dogs, to me that's fine. And then you and I don't have to go there.
Yep.
But I think there are going to be some problems with this.
And think about this. I want you to think about this for a second. Let's say somewhere in the next year or two, they repeal the law that says you can't smoke in bars. Mm-hmm. Right?
Right.
Now you're taking your dog to the bar and the restaurant with you, and your dog is going to start smoking because he's going to be around that secondhand smoke. And the dog, next thing you know, your dog's going to be looking at you going, "Hey, man, can I get a pack of Cool Milds?" That's what's going to happen. So you're going to have dog smokers now because they're allowed in restaurants and bars.
Well, I already see dogs smoking e-cigarettes. So.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder what flavor they like.
Probably menthol, I would assume. I don't know.
Here's a dog e-cigarette. It's the Alpo flavor.
Yeah.
Just like Lauren Green used to pitch.
Oh, God.
Or better yet, you know what my favorite dog food commercial was? And I want to ask you if honestly,
Gravy Train?
anybody ever, huh?
Was it Gravy Train?
No. Robert Urich. Remember Robert Urich?
Yes, Dan Tana.
Dan Tana. He was on TV toward the twilight of his career, and he was pitching some dog food. And one of the slug lines of the thing was, "It's great, it's nutritious, and it produces less stool volume for your dog." Can you imagine that? You're buying a dog food product because it's going to reduce the size of his turd? And then, can you imagine being Robert Urich? It's like, yeah, things didn't work out so good for me on Vegas, so now I'm here selling dog food that makes your crap smaller.
Oh, God.
I don't remember the exact name of the brand or whatever.
I
but
assume it wasn't Purina.
that was one of the hook lines, man.
Oh,
Produces less stool volume. True story.
I can't believe I don't remember that. Oh, wow, that's funny. Sports, Tigers doubled up the Astros 6-3. Cubs win. They beat Frisco 5-4, and it's Game 5 of the Eastern Conference NBA Finals tonight. Boston takes on Cleveland. Cleveland leads that series 3-1. That's sports.
All right, Avatar rules. Have a great day.